Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use, for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Furthermore, I give credit to the original copyright owner. I don't own the rights, or no infringement is intended to the material that has been added to this original content. Happy full moon. Happy full moon. What are some of the things that you need to release during this full moon? What should you release? Let me tell you. I'm going to just go straight in. Aries. Aries, you have success, stability, praise, and celebration. And with the Virgo full moon, your section of healing, well-being, duty, and daily routine, it's a good time for you to slow down and reflect on what habits, situations, and relationships are keeping you from being fulfilled. What's holding you back? Excuse me. From getting the results that you want. What changes can you make to feel more emotionally and financially secure? You need to release the things that are keeping you stagnant and that prevent you from realizing your dreams. It's also a crucial time for you to meditate on what stops you from celebrating your victory so far. That voice in your head that feels and also feeds fear and doubt is called the imposter, the ego. It will tell you lies. You gotten this far because you're capable and talented in your own lane. The only thing that's stopping you from going after what you want are your own self-limiting beliefs. Taurus. Taurus, where do you not feel supported in your life? Or who doesn't make you feel supported? What things or relationships are leaving you feeling dissatisfied and frustrated? Are there situations or people who make you feel like you don't belong? You need to let this go. You don't have to make yourself feel this way. And you don't need to be around people who don't appreciate you and what you do. So take some inventory of where there's some disharmony in your life and determine what is salvageable and what needs to be dumped. You feel me? There are unresolved issues and emotional baggage that you've been carrying around that have been causing instability in your life. You need to work towards closure and letting go of these things so that you can restore balance in your life. Gemini, your strength is in reverse. It's telling you that you need to let go of any and all self doubt. What self perceived flaws and insecurities stop you from living as the most empowered version of yourself? You need to let go of your fears and your anxieties so that you can harness your inner strength. Right now, you're allowing feelings of uncertainty and hesitance to hold you back on many different levels. So stop listening to that voice that tells you that you're not good enough because it's your enemy. And this full moon is also a good time for you to examine what and who drains the joy from your life. And then let those situation, habits, and people go. The codependent relationship that has sucked you dry, it's time to close the chapter on it. If you've been wasting your time with someone who's emotionally unavailable, then say goodbye to them. Ashe, Ashe. So unprepared. I'm telling you these things because earlier in a live that I did, I was telling you how to prepare and to get things ready for you to release, to see, feel, and imagine a whole. And that whatever it is that you want to release, start shoveling it into that hole. And then when you're done, seal the hole. Another thing is to make sure that you take a bath or a shower with setting an intention of allowing all of the negativity to drain and release off of you and let it go down the drain as the water pours off of you. Another thing, you could take all of the negative things that you want to release and write them on paper, whether it's parchment, whether it's a paper bag or brown paper, or even just white paper if you don't have any at all. And cut them into strips and write down what you want to release. And then find yourself a fire safe bowl and burn that shit. Burn it. I just want to remind you that tonight is the height of the full moon cycle, the snow moon. But you had 3 days before the peak of the full moon, which is tonight, and 3 days after. So I don't want you to run around crazy trying to do it. If you can get it in tonight, perfect, perfect. But if not, you have February 25th, 26th, and the 27th to take advantage, okay? Asha. My cancers. Cancers, what need to release? Well, what is making you feel confined? Where do you feel suffocated or trapped? Are you in a situation that's robbing you of your happiness? One which makes you feel so far removed from yourself? The void you're feeling is there because you're so disconnected from the person that you are. Why is that, Cancer? What or who is making you feel like you're at a standstill? Stop trying to distract yourself from the real issue and consider the endless choices at your disposal. Life doesn't have to feel this way. This full moon, you need to slow down and gain a new perspective. You're being told that it's time to surrender and master the art of letting go. You can't get what you want out of life by standing in a place that doesn't align with your desires and your values. Leo, you are juggling too many things at one time, and it's leaving you feeling drained, exhausted, and as if you have nothing left in you to give. That's because you can't pour from an empty cup. In this full moon energy, you should slow down and take a break to evaluate where you're placing your energy and which of those things are most important to you. Then you need to scale it back on what isn't necessary and let go of which is no longer working for you. This full moon is shining light on your finances, your possessions, your value, and your resources. And it's also telling you to make important choices as far as money is concerned. Get rid of the unnecessary spending. Look at everything that you have. And if it's no longer something that you use or need, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just be a little bit more frugal. Ashe, Ashe. And Virgos. This full moon in your sign of Virgo is all about you and will be lighting up all things in regards to your identity, yourself, your ambitions. And I want you to know that this is very powerful. This full moon is moving through your sign. So there will be many personal revelations that will be highly conducive for your growth. It's here that you are given the message that you need to master the art of letting go of all things that no longer serve you in order to step into a more authentic and empowered version of yourself. This includes working towards overcoming past emotional wounds and trauma. It may not be an easy road for you, but taking the first step is always the hardest. Now is the time to release all the habits, all the situations, and the relationships that block you creatively and prevent you from your dreams and ideals from taking shape. Beloved, you need to release your fear of failure, your insecurities, and the feeling that you need to present yourself as anything other than who you are. It's time to express yourself freely. Ashe, Ashe. My Libras, Libra, what do you need to release? You are losing sight of the things that are the most important to you, your desires, your dreams, your growth, passions, and ambitions. You are also having a lack of focus and you have missed opportunities, or you are reluctant to take them. This full moon, You're going to need to release the distractions that are keeping you hostage from achieving your full potential. What things on the outside of you that are getting in the way for you right now? You have so much promise, Libra. You're just not capitalizing on it right now. What you need to do is say goodbye to your comfort zone, step outside of it, and be willing to make the necessary changes and place the necessary efforts to go after what you want. Release what hinders you and release it so you can progress forward. Scorpio. Scorpio, lately you've been feeling as if your life is stuck in a loop. It's like being on that old hamster wheel again. You need to claim and get rid of the disorder, the stagnation, and the instability that you're having, because right now that's an understatement about what you're going through. You feel trapped. You've been running and running and running around in circles. Right now, you can't shake the sense that there are things outside of you, those forces that are constantly working against you. And while this may be the truth to some degree, the reality is that you're in the place you are in now as a result of your own choices and actions. You need to release all the things that make you feel powerless, the habits, the relationships, the toxic patterns, the self limiting beliefs, your insecurities, the escapism, and low self esteem. My God, it's in your hands to shape and form your own destiny. And this full moon is also a period to let go of all which does not spiritually align with you or what goes against your values. Stop resisting the change. My Sagittarius, things that you have planned are not going the way you want it to go, especially as far as your money is concerned. Your promise for growth and prosperity isn't being realized due to the missteps and the mistakes you are in. This full moon, beloved, is a great opportunity for you to cut back on any frivolous spending. You have to budget, you have to budget, you have to budget, and you need to let go of unnecessary shopping. It's also a time for you to release any fears of scarcity that may be influencing your behavior right now, as far as greed or you need to be frugal is concerned. You know which of the two is your problem. You feel me? All right. Ashe. Ashe. Capricorn, it may be extremely difficult and painful fact to accept, but there are people in your life right now who are close to you, who know you need to let go. There's a lack of mutual support there. You may not be technically alone, but you're lonely. You know, we can love people with all of our hearts, but sometimes it's best to part ways when you have grown apart. This full moon is calling you to say goodbye to those relationships and friendships that no longer make you happy. or serve you, and that hinder your growth. It's also a message for you to stop overextending yourself for others. Examine what area in your life you are given beyond your means and cut back. Aquarius, you are coming so close to achieving your goals or getting the results that you desire. There have been recent events and surprises that have left you feeling drained and exhausted. Also, as if you can't go on, you can persevere. And anything is possible as long as you keep going. On this full moon, you need to release any doubts you may be having and all thoughts you may have of calling it quits. You can get through these obstacles. Aquarius, these challenges and setbacks are things that you can overcome. Don't give up. Say goodbye to that voice, that ego that's making you question how close you are. And my Pisces, Pisces, stop everything that you're doing this full moon and take some time for yourself. You're in need of some serious self-care and reflection. You're feeling defeated and are coming so close to giving up. You are being reminded to hang on. It is time to be shaken out of your lack of self-belief. The doubt that you feel in yourself right now is what you need to release during this full moon in Virgo. It's also calling you to get out of situations, patterns, habits, and people that don't align with or respect your values and convictions. In order to move forward in your spiritual path and get closer to your higher purpose, you have to surrender the old and embrace the unknown. It may even mean letting go of old beliefs that no longer are working in your favor. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This was just a quick hit in order to help you to write out what you need to release. It is just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. Do what you feel is real. All right? All right. I will see you very, very soon. Be well. Stay safe. Make sure that you share, like, and subscribe. Ashe. And deep bow to each and every one of you. In a true blended healing fashion, I will take you out in song. Ashe.